morning, folks. So today I'm gonna go look at a 97 Astro van. So the same body style as my van over here. It's actually the GMC Safari, so it's a little bit nicer. It's a SLE. It's all loaded up. It also has the more of the passenger van style, whereas mine has the work van nose. This one's got the nice headlights, the kind of later model Chevy headlights, the 4 lines. So we're gonna look at one of those. It's up on Craigslist. The guy's asking $750 for it, and that's because it's not running currently. He says it was sitting for a bit, and now it won't start. So I have a couple ideas as to what it might be. I'm thinking it's either the fuel pump, a fuel pump relay, or maybe an ignition coil. So I'm gonna go take a look at it. It's not too far away, so if it looks like something easy enough to fix, and I can't fix on the spot, I'll just tow it home. And you know, the key thing is get it for the right price. $750 is too high. The one thing the van is going for it, it looks like it's in really good shape. It's got 89,000 miles on it, which is real good. That's really low for an Astro van. And it was never used as a work van. Looks like it was a family van, kind of like mine was, but mine's in a lot rougher shape with twice the miles, literally. So I think if it's not running, I can't get it running, but I think it's something minor, like it's, you know, cranking and wants to turn over, but something fuel or spark related is preventing it from doing so. You know, if I get it for as low of a price as possible, somewhere around scrap price, a little bit higher. So I'm going to tell the guy, listen, you got a car here that won't start, sitting in your driveway. The junkyard's going to give you X amount for it. I always shoot a little bit lower than what they might actually give them. I'll give you a little bit more, and I'll tow it out of here today. So figure, let's just say I get it for 200 bucks. I can't get it to start. I spend 100 bucks on a tow. Let's throw a high number out, because it's not that far. So I'm into the van for 300. I got an 89,000 mile perfect condition Astro van. Let's just say it needs a $300 repair, if I can't do it on my own, which these vans aren't easy to work on because the stupid engine's so tucked in like any big van. Let's just say it needs a $300 repair. So I've got a perfect Astro van with 89,000 miles for 600 bucks. So I think it's worth going to take a look at. Now I'm hoping when I get there I can get the thing to start. I'm going to bring jumper cables. I'm going to bring, obviously my Astro van's got a battery in it. Maybe, I mean, this guy might be a total knucklehead. It knows nothing about cars, and it could just have a dead battery. I know it sounds crazy, but I've had that be the case before, where someone just knows so little about cars, they just want it gone. When it doesn't start, boom, that's it. They say it doesn't start, and you show up and drop a battery in it, it fires right up. So could be a battery. I'm hoping, I mean, if it's something like the fuel pump, I'll obviously test that by just whacking the bottom of the tank with a hammer, seeing if I can get it to start. There's also some fuel pump relays and shit I can swap around with my van and see if I got anything working. There's a wire that comes off of the fuse box that you can, I guess, has some relation to the fuel pump, that you can run a wire from the battery. I don't know, there's a bunch of things you can do to try to get this van to start. I'm going to see what I can do in a short amount of time. I'm going to a car show later. Well, Jaden's already on his way up there, but I want to see this van. This guy just posted this last night, like midnight, so I want to see it before anybody else does, because I've told you guys before what Astro vans go for down here. They go for big money. A lot of people like to use them in the trades. And I mean, this one's got such low mileage on it, and it looks to be in such nice shape. And again, being that it's a domestic, there can only be so many things that are wrong with it. I can't imagine it's anything huge, you know. Now obviously, if I was going to do this as professionally as possible, I would bring something to do a compression test and whatever else and make sure the motor's not bad, but we'll work with what we got, which is just my general knowledge and ability, and see if I can figure out what the hell's wrong with it. So anyway, I just had to water my plants here. And now I'm gonna go ahead and head to this van, and I'll let you guys know what happens. I'm gonna see if I can set up the camera in a way that you guys can kind of see me looking over the car. I know I usually don't. It's just, I mean, I don't want to be, for me, I don't want to look at a car and have the camera out right in somebody's face. It's kind of fuck what you're negotiating, because people get a big head. They know they're on camera. I mean, most people don't want to be on camera, but they get a big head and they say, I'm not going to let this van go cheap in front of a viewing audience. I know I certainly wouldn't. Not that I'd ever go light on my negotiating anyway, but so I'm gonna see if I can set up the camera in a way that you guys can watch what's going on, but don't count on it. See what I can do. This lady's driving around with her curtain airbags deployed. I've seen it all. Morning, how are you? So this guy jump starting again. Okay, so the van, definitely the fuel pump. I didn't even hear it kicking in. I had him I put my battery in it, his battery was shot. I was underneath it trying to crank it, having him crank it, or just turn the key to accessory rather, and no fuel pump kicking in. So I changed out the fuel pump relay with mine, didn't work. I was banging the tank. I got a big long thing back here, like a big bar. I was banging the tank with it, trying to kick the fuel pump on, no luck. So I, based on not hearing it run, and you know, it's been sitting for a while, it's gonna need a battery, it's gonna need, you can tell the shock bushings are all worn out. I mean, the whole front end, everything's pretty dry rotted. And interesting, it had a transmission cooler that was zip tied to the, I mean, he's had this thing since 27,000 miles, he says, but the transmission cooler was zip tied in the bottom. He says it came like that. It's not even like facing up as it should to be cool, it's flat. So I don't know what good that's doing. I mean, it only had 83,000, he said 89,000, only had 83,000 miles, so real low mileage. Believe me, I want it. However, the fuel pump job right off the bat is gonna be expensive. Then there's other unknowns. The radiator had a lot of corrosion in it. You took off the cap, it was bone dry, and it was all like rust. So there's definitely a lot of unknowns with it, considering I didn't even hear it run. And, or drive. I don't even know that transmission could shift like crap. It's not uncommon for Astrovan transmissions to fail even at low mileage. Mine's fine. This van never even had a tow package on it though, so it never was really abused. It was driven by a woman its whole life. So I don't know how he used that van. His had a tow package, had that rigged up transmission cooler. So a lot of unknowns. Based on that, I offered him 150 bucks. He was asking 750. He countered at 500. And I said no way, because I gotta get it towed. And the title, he's telling some story about, I hate stories, you guys know that. And today's story, the title is at his dealer friend's place, and he's transferred it to him somehow when he bought another car. I don't know. It's a funky story. To me, the guy bought this goddamn thing recently, couldn't get it to run, and now he's trying to turn it over, and he knows there's something big wrong with it. Maybe. That's my guess. Because what's up with this title situation? I don't know. I don't want to be bothered with it. So I offered him the 150 based on all of that. He said no, he's got other people coming. I said, okay, well, just let me know, because the guy is moving soon, and I'm assuming he needs it gone. So I said, let me know, maybe I can come up a little bit more. Again, the mileage tempts me. However, low mileage cars that sit are a big headache. We've learned this with some of my other flips. So I almost prefer something like this that has more average mileage, 163, and I bought it. I bought this van for $600, and there's nothing wrong with it. I haven't fixed anything. I mean, it's got quirks, but I drive it almost every day, 0 issues. So anyway, that was gonna be more of a flip vehicle, or I might have sold this van and kept that one because of its condition. It was in very nice shape, and the AC didn't work. So I mean, if the AC worked, I would have paid more for it, but I mean, that's right there. I'm just going to a van with lower mileage and more problems with no air conditioning. So I said no to that one. We'll see what happens. I'm sure he does have other people coming to see it because of the mileage. I'm sure it'll sell. Some guy will pull it away with a trailer. I don't have that luxury right now. If I had, I tell you what, if I had a flatbed trailer in my truck, I would have came up to like 350 and just pulled it home. But I don't want to deal with towing and, you know, all that baloney. So anyway, that's the scoop. I'm heading up now to meet Jaden. Well, I'm gonna go switch cars. Maybe I won't bother, I don't know. Anyway, I might be switching cars. I'm going up to this car show in Miami Lakes. It's pretty far up north, but it's supposed to be a very big show, so I'll show you guys what's up there.